Yeah, we're all gonna be looking for that damn cold spot. Should be able to see me in there. Red, orange, and yellow guy. So there's probably, well, I don't know, there's only a few ladies. It's probably an even match, right? I'm normally the hottest thing inside the frame right now. Sorry, fellas. I was going to say, who can I outrun tonight? So it's kind of how this goes. Bridal parties, that slays, just so you know. Like somebody's on the ground laughing their ass off. But we are looking for those cold spots. They're going to be blue and black, just like Mike said. So I'm looking for those blue and black areas to either move or to take shape on their own. When I say take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms and legs. That's what I'm looking for with this guy. That's what we've caught with it in the past. Hopefully that's what we're going to capture with it again. Now, I love to give you stats about the equipment you're about to use. Paula, your face is just lit up like, I can't wait for this. But anyway, this guy, I capture 4 to 5 pieces per year that I would put my stamp of approval on, not per episode. I am not a TV show host. I'm not a YouTuber. So again, if we're not recording, we're not going to capture it. So with this guy, it is a FLIR. This is the real deal. This is what firemen would use to throw on their phone to go run into a burning building with. Not an app you guys are going to be able to go home and download, just so you guys know. So with this one, I'm going to actually, very simple. So I'm going to do a round robin with everybody. Like I'll do 1 or 2 round robins, and then I'll regroup us to give you all the answers and show you how it all ties together if we get anything at all. So again, just be mindful this car is going to be leaving here shortly. What words do you have?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I can't get rid of those cars, but it's kind of just blocks. Yeah, I will. I just really don't know what I'm doing. There's Jimmy. How weird.
This was like 73.
Hey, Paula. Jimmy, stand there. Stay there. Paula, come here for a second. Look at him.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Why is it like that on his face?
That's because the face is the hottest.
Oh.
So I can move the thing here. It's going to show me that his face is hot. But when you guys rode there together, he was all blue. It was weird. Go back this way.
Yeah, aim back that way and see what happens. Confront.
Front. Trying to get caught over here. Looks like there was something that she caught in that. Huh. weapons. Okay.
Terrorist.
Oh, I'm not a terrorist. Maybe. I don't know. Talking about the guy that took a pop shot at old Trumpet. The terrorist.
Dude, he did. Where he belongs.
Is that right there?
What would be blue?
I'm not sure. It's right there. That's strange. You can't. Cars. Dummy. Just look at cars. Or people.
I think he's got a truck that he's going over down Main Street.
What's that?
I think he's got a truck, so he's
No.
going
So he's gonna split it again?
I gotta go split it 50-50.
He needs to keep his money, man. It's hot right there. Picking her up. Hmm? Just is saying get away from his truck. Hey, what? This thing's heavy.
Huh?
This thing's freaking heavy.
He's what?
It's heavy.
This thing's heavy too.
Is it? Oh damn, yeah it is. Well, if I caught anything on this, I wouldn't know it. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
Well, he said it's going to morph up into a figure.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen any of that.
No. So you know who these children. I don't have any.
I'm trying to be careful when I'm pointing this thing at. Because I don't want to,
Acceptance.
Oh, that was weird.
What?
This was all white before, and see it? Kind of flipping out. You got something really cold up in
What do you
there.
got going on over here?
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
Blue and black areas to move. That glass is always going to be colder than everything else. So I'm seeing obviously the side windows of that car.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Again, that's why we look at it. I know you guys were pointing. I'm like, oh shit, maybe they got something.
No, I'm talking about view. You know, looking at the car. I didn't mean to get that.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I'm not open. Nobody's over there. Like, I just worry like if somebody's going to their car and you're filming them directly. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, please move your camera.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
But normally, like what we're looking for out of this, I mean, again, moving arms and legs and a head and shoulders. Like I want a person is what I'm looking for, but
Yeah,
they need to be blue in this heat.
Yeah, I haven't
Like,
seen any of that.
That's what I'm looking for. Nice slow movements coming out of it. Keep it running, and I didn't explain this to all like when I normally do, but when you're in a location, hit that record button. Keep it running for the entire duration we're there, because if you hit record by the time you think you saw something, gone.
Yeah.
So we just want to get the footage. Again, I'm going to spot check it, and I'll explain more about that as we kind of move throughout the night. But yeah, you're on record. You're just keeping recording, even though you're not sure if you have anything or not, which is super great. But yeah, I love this camera. I got my upgrade coming back in next week, unfortunately. Somebody broke my upgrade. I had to fish out of my retired box to get us back onto a FLIR. But the upgrade actually gives us the coldest spot in the frame. Like, it'll bounce around a little blue dot and show you, like, hey, this is 20 degrees colder. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's crazy.
So that you actually try to pinpoint it or whatever.
Yeah, it'll do the work for you. All you gotta do is watch the blue dot. It's awesome. That's cool. So, but the cool thing is I still have a FLIR. I just have the downgraded one. So I had to wait for the insurance money. A lot of my equipment's been breaking lately. Like, it's been crazy. I've had to buy more pieces of equipment in the past 2 weeks than I've ever had to do in that small amount of time, because my shit's breaking either from the humidity, somebody dropped something, and then I gotta wait for the insurance. And the insurance company called me yesterday, and they're like, what's going on? Because we've already sent you like 3 checks this week. Like, what's happening? I'm like, my shit's breaking. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I gotta have my stuff. Yeah. All right, well, if I see something, I'll let you know. But so far, I'm no.
Just remember, 4 or 5 pieces per year that I normally put my stamp of approval on.
Gotcha.
It's a higher likelihood you may not see something, but at least you'll have the video to go through it for yourself.
Right.
How'd you guys send you 4.3?
He's awesome. He's got a job with me later, just so you know. 74.3.
Bragger.
He's already had a 72.
There's one in every group, man. There really is. No, I'm just kidding. Good job, Jerry.
How's our word list coming?
Collect crowd acceptance terrorist report in front since we left over there.
I'm looking for something specifically dealing with the newspaper, just based off of what Mike heard off of his Twitter box. He heard a name that's kind of a descendant of Eliza, but he owned a newspaper here in town. So he's not always affiliated with this location, but he's still a descendant. So if something shows up with a newspaper, it just kind of gives me that clarification that like, he might actually be here with us. Again, it's just a weird thing. That's why I don't tell you guys everything I know, or else we'd still be telling stories about the damn pink books, because there's so much shit about them that I've researched over time.
Right. Shit.
Mike, you got anything else?
Oh, the breeze. Feel good?
Oh, germs out.
Shut up. I know it. Teases you when they get one.
I know.
See, every now and then I'll see like a wisp, like a blue down here. See that? See it? What the fuck is that? Can you guys show me where the house was?
Kim, you're next on my list. What do you got? She's like, oh no, I'm running away.
It's a glass comes up black, so that's nothing. Yeah, the only thing I really saw kind of weird was over this way. And it may be just that wall, I'm not sure. See right here. It's always right there. Yeah. It's right.
It's really warm. So I'm going to speed through this as quickly as possible. Because remember, we're not stopping to investigate anyway. We're basically here to stir things up, and we're going to go up and around the corner. So every ghost story comes down here. All 338. I know it doesn't look like that now on a Saturday night, but I guarantee you're going to see at least one or two by the time that we're here. They will show up. Now, with that said, this is the reason I was going to take this out of my route. Because it is a staple for Charleston. I didn't want to be all of the same stories that everybody else was doing. But this guy loves to follow me around town. He will show up at every location from here moving forward. You'll see why once we get to each of those new locations. Moving on. Here's why we tell the story. This is Philadelphia Alley now, but it used to be called Duelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. So, yeah, that's why I said let's go learn about killing people. Now, I'm going to tell you that Mike did hear the phrase medical on our way here. Here's how this story goes. A doctor moved down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. There's your medical. So obviously we know something medical is happening with our characters, right? Hopefully we have someone else to go in and tie that all together. Anyway, Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd, by the way, came, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl while we're here, and that's the lyric you hear, not coincidence, we hear it all the time. It's part of his name. But anyway, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents, and she's an attorney, helping around with all of his cash flows she just got. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He comes here to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way to town, he had a coachman. The coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world, if you really want to put a perspective on it. So somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen with the coachman and the newcomer. So the person walking by, his name was Ralph Isaacs. Those initials sound familiar to you guys at all? It's the same initials as where the doctor came from, Rhode Island. So with your device, well, let's say you're going to be looking for the initials RI for that exact reason. Now, since I bought that device, that's the exact reason why I bought it, by the way, is because I was getting the letters RI on Kim's device, and I wanted to clarify who does it belong to. We normally say Ralph, but that's normally when it shows up. Back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. I got friends at 59 Church Street where you can rent a room, you'll be safe for you to go. Doc took him up on the offer. The two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. Not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. Amanda gets wind of this. She's moving down so they can be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. Here's why I hate the damn story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit in your entire life will have a cliched whistling ghost. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Moving forward. Why are we in Duelers Alley talking about a whistling doctor? Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So on their way home from seeing Richard III one night, they're arguing over the new actress they just saw. Doc thought she was great, Ralph did not. The argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée back home in Rhode Island. So it gets really ugly between the two gents, and they basically go their separate ways. Ralph then goes to see his friends at the newspaper and places an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of bullshit. Doc saw the ad, rebutted with, let's go to Duelers Alley. Somebody's going to die. Keep in mind, his argument started over an actress. I'd just like to point that out one more time. The shit was really dumb back in the 1780s. Anyway, the two gents came down back to back. They took them 10 paces away from each other, and they turned. Doc points his gun in the air, shoots. Did not want to kill his friend. Just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up to the fight, which is often what happens at a duel. However, Ralph still has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die. Basically dropped to the ground. Ralph proved his point. He's not willing to forgive his friend. Doc's friend picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later on November 2nd of 1786 after refusing medical treatment. Two things about that last statement. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds, a lot different back then than what we know of them now. Secondly, he's a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself because obviously he's dead. So, every ghost story will tell you to listen for the whistles. We have 3 cameras, 4 cameras running at this point, plus my voice recorder. If we will capture a disembodied whistle, more than likely going to show up on one of those 4 devices. So, not to say that on Kim's device that I haven't caught dozens and dozens of times on my spot checks, the whistling part of a song and the word doctor immediately thereafter from a commercial. Happens all the time during the time frame that we are in this alley. So again, it shows up all the time. He does have a code word. I will let you guys know what that code word is in the event that it actually shows up. So just to let me know that he's kind of around. He showed his code word to me the other night. It's not a common word you would hear on the radio, so I was really excited that it actually showed up for us again. Now, if you're going to try this on your own, because again, I can't take you all the way through here because I've been kicked out in case you missed that part. I know you're down there filming. This is the second place I've been kicked out of. But anyway, well, actually, technically the first. We're going to the second next. But try this on your phones with the voice recorders. If you hear a whistle in the background, just remember every local knows the damn story. Anybody walking up and down Queen Street or Cumberland, we all throw a whistle down this alley, me included. It's just something we do here in Charleston, so just kind of keep that in mind when you guys go all the way through. Let me tell you how I got kicked out. That's the fun part. The alley didn't go all the way through. The way we came in, there used to be a wall halfway between this gate and Cumberland Street. The reason why is because this was called Cow Alley before Dueler's Alley. This is where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. So cows, goats, and chickens are down here, hence the name. Now, what does that mean for you guys? Why am I telling you this? They started down there and worked their way this way over the years. Those bricks are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks down by Queen Street are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child in one of those bricks down there, fingerprint swipes, and others. You guys already know. Camera time? Perfect, we're going to put the batteries on. So, basically, in a nutshell, I used to take people down there for a history lesson for that handprint. The kid's not there, so it was a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about it. So one night, November 26th, 2020, took my entire group of 10, same size as you guys basically, down there for a history lesson, and just to be very quick about it so we could pass along. However, they all stopped, and they're waiting for something to happen, and they're huddled around the damn brick. And I know nothing's going to happen. I'm trying to shoo them along because we're also right outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful, not realizing we were out of bounds for toys at that time of night. So the new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical. She was on the floor that night. Her dad's getting yelled at. She was all about it. We moved on. The next day, Thanksgiving. I don't tour on most holidays, especially Thanksgiving, because I worked in upper management for Walmart for a long period of time. You guys like to fight over towels on Thanksgiving? You scarred me for life. I will never work another Thanksgiving ever. So the next day, the 28th, I called my partner that I had at the time. I told him what happened, and he laughed at me just like my daughter did. He's like, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. Otherwise, it's considered residential. He's like, you're going to have to reroute your group. So I told my group that night, if I don't believe in the next story, I get into vampires, not pirates. So like, we'll see what happens. We'll kind of take it from there. Now, we are not going to be going to that location because my pirate location is the next location where I get kicked out of. So I have another alternative to that. But before we left the space, someone with a spirit box heard the name Ian. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. The female pirate, Ian Bonnie. So I told them, maybe we'll get someone. Go around the corner, come to the house with a spirit box. There was the number 300. I didn't know what it meant. I wrote it down. Remember, I don't always know all of the things. The research showed that we were there on November 28th of 2020, and Bonnie's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720, the exact 300-year anniversary of those pirate trials. So I normally get like that couple of like shocked look, like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I was pissed because bachelor's degree in creative writing. All of my degrees are in writing. I need facts and data. Pirate stories come from pirate lore that is written 100 years after the opening of piracy. So I still continue to take people there, and now I can't go over there anymore. So it's been about a month and a half, maybe 2 months at this point. We're still visiting the next location, which is a cemetery. So the camera that Dan is using is going to be the major focus. However, I do want all the other cameras recording at the same time, same location as him. If he finds the apparition that we're looking for, of course I'm going to give you the story of the apparition. But I want to see how the other cameras react to it at the same time. So the other few people with my cameras, I want you guys all filming in the same spot. We may have to wait our turn because this is normally the big finale for all the other tours. Take you down here and show you guys the story. Anything going on with your devices before we get out of this very hot ass area? How did it spell it?
Some air, man. I'm about to die.
You alright?
It's really, really hot, Jim.
Yeah.
Anything else going on with your devices that I need to know?
Nothing yet. I can't look at mine, but sounds fucking.
Huh?
Sounds fucking.
Yes, sir.
George.
Any numbers, Vince? We'll see. Not surprised. Alright, let's talk about Sue, everybody. Next. So Sorry, I'm melting down here. We're gonna move on quick. Go ahead and stop the video.
Yep.
Give your hands a break.
Yep.
Yeah, I charge both batteries fully, unless I accidentally put the dead one back in there. Did I? No, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's get you back on my vision. And then you can actually zoom in. There's a zoom right here. So you could put your camera right up there, zoom right in if you want. How's that weather?
5'4", Harley, 6'9",
Yeah, some nights I get like 1 or 2 times, other nights I have like 30. They're all relative. So it just depends on the monster. I heard that.
Yeah.
Megan, just so you know, you have a lot of layers in there. Trees, headstones, debris right in front of you. It can be hard to decipher what's going on, so key to yours is to try to be as still as possible. Like when you go up to the gate, just hold it there.
Where's the camera at on that so she knows where to fix it? Is it right there? Okay. So if you put that between the bars, you won't get any of it. Well, you can do that. Sure, that's a great idea.
Yeah, just don't drop it.
Bottle
Is this
in the bottle.
They're recording.
See, he's talking about the leaves. So her gravestone is to the left. The other left.
Oh, there we go.
Right there, straight ahead. Where that is?
Yeah.
It's behind that. Is where she said it was.
So was that puddle that you heard a minute ago? Is that what I heard out of there?
Maybe.
Okay, just shout stuff out when you get it. Just shout stuff out when you get it. It's okay to have Tourette syndrome with that thing. Anything coming up on there now?
I got rum and red.
Rum and red. Okay, but then, let's get through this thing now.
And is WL
I heard die. I know. 7.
We get it here all the time. We normally get double sevens because it's July 7th.
We need your help. That's freaky. Who needs my help? 7.
Double sevens. Paul, if you get new words, shout them out to you.
Place in front, they're here.
There are the places in the front. By the way, do you guys see the light off to the left? The church put that light in there on purpose to try to deter people from taking pictures and cameras up here, so you get a light flare right where it's supposed to actually occur. But as you can see, my camera is like pushed right through that. That was one of the major criteria when I just bought the one that Dane is using. Because again, this is only the 3rd time we've used this camera. But I needed it to pierce to be able to go through that light without any light flare.
I don't think so.
It's hard to determine on that.
Yeah, it really is. It looks like other people, but it could just be the fence.
Because you got a lot of layers. There's a lot of things in front of other things.
7 again.
Damn.
This is not 3-6. Again. Wild danger. Let us go.
Well, you're doing pretty well with that one. That one can be hard for people.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
you hear that?
Yeah. It is Dr. Lad's sister. I want something else to verify it though.
Oh, I got to cry again.
What about Elizabeth? Down? What is significant about Elizabeth?
Doc, if you're listening, just tell us what she did for you. Might show up on your word list, Paula. It's
I
normally
got
where
Sharon Skip.
What's our counters look like on those cameras, gentlemen?
We're at 5:08.
About another minute.
I got 349.
Well, we had to start just a little bit late.
Yeah.
So I got it was 19 first,
Okay.
then hospital twice,
What happened?
experts twice, then the number
Megan.
33.
What happened with Elizabeth?
So you had 19 and then 33?
19, and then all those other words, and then
See
33.
all that right there with your camera without that glare right there.
Don't look at me, I don't know.
Right here. to
I
the
know.
left of me. There's no trees.
I know my
I heard
every
Jake.
part of my body is
So hospital, and what was the other one?
expert.
Interesting. Thought I was going to skip out on her tonight.
What?
The next ghost thought I was going to skip out on her because I don't always do her story on the weekends because we need like a lot of quiet for that particular location. And everything you just told me is kind of like, hey, don't forget me tonight.
$1?
Yeah, I thought it said like $1 million though. That could have just been my pre-definition looking for it though. All right, gents, let's go ahead and wrap up your vids. We're gonna move down so I can explain our next two stops and show you how. I'm like, did you feel that? I'm like, I did. So sort of walking around again. This one on the side. Like they were literally touching me. And we got it on camera. So it's crazy stuff. All right. Kim, Melissa, have a seat. Melissa, take your device, hand it over to Mike. He can be a smart ass with that one. All right. Here's how this is going to go. Let me put this guy in first. But I'm going to give you ladies some equipment. This is what we're going to be using while we're here. Do not put on the equipment while we are gone. Because I'm going to take everybody else and go over there. And if I blindfold a bunch of ladies and walk away, it never looks good. That we normally hear out of the St. Michael's Church across the street. What sound do we normally get out of that? So let's start there. Just want to verify that you're here.
President.
Henry? There's a lot of people out tonight. Sorry about that, but I can't control Saturday nights. He doesn't always like the noise, everybody, just so you know. Dr. Ladd's code word, by the way, so everybody knows, is the word purple. So if she says purple, we definitely have doctor here, or it might even show up on your word list. We've seen that before.
I just got tell so forth.
Yeah.
Henry,
Tomorrow.
do you want to start off with what we normally start off with? I went straight into the bell question because we are already seeing answers from that. But we can start with my normal questions of tell us about your work. What did you do for work? Your occupation. Henry? worried about her.
Shots that kill.
More Trump stuff, but we still have the murder mystery nearby. Henry, is it too noisy out here for you tonight? It's a yes, no question.
Wanted to unite.
Henry, get back to you. Can you give us a minute? Okay. Anything specific about those keys? You guys all know what I'm looking for, right? Right.
Two, three,
Go for it.
time.
Time.
This time next